Hey there, everybody. Happy Monday to you. It's your buddy Choppadong, and I'm coming at you with the fastest 5 minutes in DFS MLB. And we're going to dive in and talk a little bit research station, a little bit of hot hitters, but I'm going to also let you know that I'm working on something this week, a very specific project that should put us back on the chalk because the chalk is winning in MLB right now. And if we can find ways to target the right chalk, the good chalk, not the bad chalk, we can find ways to win. Last night alone, I put 42 of 50 lineups through the GPPs, not just the 50-50s, but the GPPs, top 20%, and another 25 or 26 of 50 through on DraftKings. So the methodology may be showing signs of working, and as I continue to simplify the process for you, I'll start letting that known to our VIPs, start kind of sharing. That's what we do. We discover things and we share them with our VIPs. That's what DFS Army is all about. So if you're interested in becoming a better player or getting ahead of the curve of the evolution of the game, if you will, you need to become a VIP at dfsarmy.com. The link will be in the description of the video. You can certainly click on that, click on some of the tools, take a look for yourself, check out our free trials, use the coupon code CHOP, C-H-O-P, like and subscribe the video while you're down there, and you will be off and running in DFS MLB. Let's show you front to back a quick research process that you can do every single day using our MLB research station. You would come under here under the tab and hit research station. This one pops up. You come to the pitching tab, FanDuel, DraftKings, doesn't matter, whichever one you like to use. You check off the games to make sure that only your games are on your slate. Sort K-score by descending order, and Lamet if he's healthy, Alex Wood, Garcia. It's not a good pitching day. It's not a good pitching day. I look for numbers over 500. I've only got one option, and he may or may not be healthy. So today is just going to be wide open for pitchers. You can see that right off the bat. If you think that Kyle Gibson's going to throw a no-hitter and score 60 points today, good for you. I'm telling you, this stuff is wide open. And we're just going to be taking a dose of different pitchers today to build our lineups. From there, we can go to the W score, sort by descending. Bring the bad pitchers to the top. Oh, look, Kyle Gibson, we just mentioned him out of random, and there he is, top of the bad pitcher list. Sensatella, Lopez, Weaver, whatever. Again, these are the pitchers that are allowing a lot of WOBA against, and they're facing teams that can put the WOBA on them. So if I look for a home run per 9, I can see Lopez and Weaver are allowing a lot of home runs. These might be places, offenses to target. So when I come over here, I might automatically target San Francisco, San Diego, Boston, and Miami bats today. Those might be top 3 or 4 offenses that I'm going to look deeper into if I have time to dig deeper into my process. The other thing that I'm going to do is come over here to the hitters tab and do very similar things. Once I've kicked that down, this will be on more of an individual basis when it comes to these W scores, and all these guys, the Houston guys and whatnot, are still involved, which is fine, whatever. I can work around that easy enough. I start here at the 800 level, go down into the 700s, and what I'm starting to look for is what teams are showing up. I see some Arizona, I see some LA, I see some Boston, as predicted, Cincinnati a little bit. So if I were to say LA, Boston, Cincinnati, Arizona, it looks like a lot of twosies. There's a 4-pack of Boston guys. I can click off that Boston team, and then I can deal with what's next. Cincinnati, LA, Arizona, Miami, 2-pack, San Diego starting to show up a little bit more often. I'm looking for teams with a few Miamis. So again, we're pretty widely scattered again today. There's no real dominant situation forming out there on the horizon. So this may be another day where instead of stacking heavily, now you can gamble and put all of your eggs in one basket and stack, and that wins more often than not. But today might be the kind of day where you spread out a little bit and take a lot of 2 stacks, 3 stacks, and whatever. Build 3x3s, 3x2s, 4x2s, 2x2x2s, whatever it is. Spread out, get small pieces of a lot of different offenses. Stick with those hot hitters and use them. The hot hitters can be found here in the Trends tab. And all we've done here is knock down the time to our slate again, and then we're using 14-day trends, WOBA and ISO. If I cut the WOBA trends down to 400 or better, in this case I think I did 360 or better because my list was just too small, and 200 or better on ISO, you're getting pretty ideal numbers. You're getting guys that on short sample sizes are running well above their career averages. That means they're swinging the bat well right now. They're landing in soft matchups, or they're just hot. Whichever the case may be, I want those guys in my DFS lineups. So Once I filter down by them and sort these numbers off, I can come down here by team and sort ascending order. And now I've got Arizona, 2 Boston bats, three Boston bats, 2 Baltimore bats, 2 Colorado bats, a Houston, 2 LAs, 2 MLB. These are going to form the cores of my stacks. 3 San Francisco guys who are in a good matchup against a high WOBA pitcher in Kyle Gibson right now. And this team may slide under the radar. Sometimes you'll find chalk offenses. You know, your Houstons, your Bostons, whatever. They're going to be pretty chalky. But sometimes you find something a little under the radar, like you'll find good matchups for Texas, or you'll find San Francisco flying out. San Francisco probably won't be that chalky or won't be that under the radar today. They'll probably be rather chalky. But that said, you can land on some decent teams here, and then you can even go into our MLB leverage stacks page and see which of these teams are carrying the most leverage today, and you can key your stacks on those. When you're building stacks and optimizers and you're grouping teams and grouping players, you can key on very specific targeted stacks that have the numbers backing them up. And once you've done this research in under 10 minutes, you're set to go into your optimizer with a few notes scribbled down on a piece of paper and rock that optimizer in whatever formation, 4x4, 4x3, 3x3, 3x2, whatever you want to use. You can talk to us at DFS Army about what we're using and what's working for us. And right now, I've got my own little game plan going and it's working. And so I'd be happy to share that with you on the inside, but you've got to become a VIP. So dive on in. You click that link, dfsarmy.com, use the coupon code CHOP to discount yourself 10% if you don't qualify for a free offer. And why don't you come and talk to us? We'll talk baseball, we'll talk basketball, we'll talk hockey, we'll talk any of it that will help you become a better DFS player. That's why our Army hats are all over the leaderboards. We've helped thousands of people over the past 5 or 6 years become better DFS players. Pure and simple. It's what we do. Come get some coaching. I'm Chapadong. This has been Monday, May 10th already, and we'll talk to y'all later. See ya.